What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to IGN's live coverage of the new Red Dead Redemption 2 reveal.
Woo!
I'm Damon Hatfield. This is Marty Sleva.
Morning, everybody.
We're both big Red Dead Redemption fans. We're super excited for the new game. We're super excited to watch what we expect to be a new trailer.
We hope so, yeah.
This morning with you, all of you Red Dead fans out there. So here's what we've got for you this morning. In just about 14 minutes now, Rockstar should release this new trailer, Red Dead Redemption 2. So we're gonna take some time to recap everything we know so far.
Yes.
You know, the game was announced almost a year ago now.
Yeah, almost exactly a year ago.
And even before that, there were some leaks and whatnot. So we can cover all of that. And then we'll do a little bit of speculation and postulating about what we both expect and hope to see today. And then we also want to hear from you. So Marty and I are both monitoring our Twitter accounts. I'm at Dame0. Marty's McBiggity on Twitter. So if you have your own theories about what you think and hope to see today, hit us up on Twitter and we'll share them here. And then in about 14 minutes, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, we'll all watch the new trailer together. And then we'll start diving into it and picking it apart.
Live analysis. Hopefully there's horses.
How many? So I can guarantee you there are going to be horses, but how many?
So we can guarantee horse, but will there be horses?
Let's make a guess. Price is Right rules.
115.
115 horses.
Several horses.
All right, I'll go 99.
That's a safe bet.
I think there are going to be 99 horses. You all will hold us to
accountable for our
Come
horse
on,
bets.
shake on it.
Gentleman's bet.
This new game is called Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
But it is the third game in the Red Dead series.
So going back to Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah.
That was in 2004. That was a game started by Capcom.
2 generations ago.
Yeah, started by Capcom, and it sort of fell into limbo before Rockstar picked it up and finished it, and you played as a character named Red in that game. But then flash forward to, I guess, 6 years later in 2010, we got Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
Completely different story, completely different characters, full open world, and we gave that game a 9.7 back then.
Yeah.
One of our Game of the Year nominees, and honestly, one of the best games of the last generation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, it's interesting. I've been thinking a lot about Red Dead Redemption recently, and obviously people loved it at the time, but I feel like it's one of those games, like a top tier game that we cover here at IGN that has just like grown in popularity and has become very beloved over the years. It's like up there with like Skyrim level games, The Last of Us, in terms of the games that people love.
And I think one of those things about it is that it never got like an HD remaster, so you can't. It's not on PS4 or Xbox One. It also never came to PC, so it's sort of this thing that's like this. It's locked away just on PS3 and Xbox 360, but everyone has such fond memories of it. And honestly, since then, we really haven't gotten a big meaty Western game to compete with it.
Yeah, there's been some smaller fare, some called Juarez, Gunslinger, I believe. But yeah, not a big open world AAA game like that. You talk about HD remasters. Rockstar did recently announce they're bringing LA Noire, an HD remaster of that, to both, all 3 current gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Yeah.
I wonder if any chance that they'll bring the original Red Dead Redemption to Switch.
I mean, I would love to see that. Like, maybe that's what today is about, and maybe there's not going to be any horses. But yeah, I mean, given the news that games like LA Noire and Doom and Skyrim and Wolfenstein are coming to Switch, like we know that Nintendo's little handheld hybrid can handle a game like this. So I think it'd be awesome to have a big open world game on Switch.
Marty, even if today's announcement is about Red Dead Redemption coming to Switch, there are still going to be horses.
There's definitely going to be horses. So I think we're safe.
Stands.
Yeah.
Don't try to get out of
I would never do that.
Okay, so let's recap a little bit of the history of or let's retread our path to today.
Yeah.
As you said, Red Dead Redemption was released in 2010.
Yep.
Instant classic. Then we have a long drought on that series. But back in May of 2014, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick,
Amazing name,
referred to Red Dead as a permanent franchise for the publisher.
Yeah.
Which was good news for all of us Red Dead fans. That seemed to indicate that we could expect to be getting more Red Dead. But of course, that was 3 years ago now, over 3 years. It wouldn't be until April 2016 that this map that you're seeing on the screen right now, this alleged game map from Red Dead Redemption 2 leaked online and was confirmed by an independent source that it was supposedly real and at the time, a very recent model of the
Yeah.
game's art direction.
And one really interesting thing there is you saw the circle of New Bordeaux, and New Bordeaux is actually the location of Mafia 3, which is New Orleans. So
Yeah.
it's the idea that this would take place clearly like before the 60s and 70s, but that maybe it's sort of going to be this like Take-Two cinematic universe.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how the word cinematic works, but
Yeah, they need a word for a shared
interactive
video game.
universe?
An interactive,
Yeah.
the Take-Two IU. That works. Let's go with that for
Yeah,
now.
okay, perfect.
Until we think of something better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very interesting detail that people noticed. Of course, now that was a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
so things could have changed. But another detail that came out at that time, the same independent source that was able to verify this map, claimed that this game would be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, and so the first game took place in 1911, and you played as John Marston. But there was a lot that happened before that. There's a lot of story that's inferred with him and the Dutch gang, and like what his sort of former life of being an outlaw and thievery was like. And so people were thinking maybe this game is going to be set in that time period.
But now, it would seem strange to me to, if it's a prequel, to call it Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, names don't really matter.
That's true. In video games, names don't really matter.
Yeah. But if we're looking at, if this is going to be, if you look at what Rockstar does with GTA, like maybe this is just going to be, maybe it'll take place in the late 1800s, but just be about different characters.
Yeah.
Maybe none of these people are John Marston. Maybe it's just 7 new outlaws.
Yeah, we're meeting new gunslingers this time.
Mm-hmm.
That could be. Well, I don't know. I think John Marston is a fairly beloved character.
He is.
So I think fans would probably want to see John Marston return.
Yeah.
At least some form.
I have my fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right, so that was in spring of 2016 when those leaks happened. Then about 6 months later, in October 2016, Rockstar was finally able to officially reveal Red Dead Redemption 2. First, they posted a wordless tweet.
Oh God, I remember waking up and all it was this sort of blood red sky with the Rockstar logo, and everyone just lost their minds because they're like, "This is it! It's happening!"
You knew exactly what that was. That was in October of 2016, and then the very next day after that, they registered the domain name Red Dead Online.
Yep.
It, of course, now redirects to an Amazon pre-order
Yeah.
for Red Dead Redemption 2. So, of course, GTA Online has been an unbelievable success.
Yes, I mean it's words can't describe how successful it's been.
It keeps Grand Theft Auto 5 at the top of the top grossing video games charts month after month after month, 4 years after that game was released.
It's unlike anything else, and that's what everyone's always like. Where's the single player DLC? I'm like, Rockstar doesn't need to do that. Like this is GTA Online is their single player DLC.
Yeah. So of course, registering Red Dead Online indicates that we can expect some sort of shared online experience.
Absolutely.
In the next
I think
Red Dead.
that's all but a guarantee.
And then it was October 18th last year when Rockstar finally officially announced Red Dead Redemption 2, which at the time had a fall 2017 release date.
Yeah, we got that super gorgeous sort of tone piece of a trailer that showed a lot of shots of the environment and of animals and of towns and no gameplay, obviously, and very minimal scant voiceover. But yeah, it ended with, coming fall 2017, which is where we are now.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, it would eventually be delayed. We'll get there in a second, though. At the time, it was announced for PS4 and Xbox One. No PC port was announced at the time.
And the Switch didn't exist at the time. So.
Well, actually, the Switch was revealed the same week as Red Dead Redemption 2 last year, if you remember. That was
a busy week, yeah.
What's up with October, man? October's going to be busy for us this year, too.
Yeah, undoubtedly. But then we also got the news that that Rockstar was going to have a partnership with Sony, and that we can expect sort of like a marketing deal where DLC might come first to PS4.
Yeah, and they revealed that the trailer that they revealed last year was running on a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we can actually bring up that trailer if we haven't run it yet. The first trailer that we got for Red Dead Redemption 2 a year ago was more of a tone piece. It sort of like set the mood and didn't really introduce any of the main characters.
No, not at all. And you had a little bit of voiceover, but you had no idea if it was from a character you were playing as or just an NPC. And it reminded me a lot of the first GTA 5 trailer, which were shots of Los Santos and some dialogue just pointing towards, a life of crime. But we didn't know who it was. But you just sort of, this is what the game is going to be like. And you look at here, like, this is stunning. Like, this game is absolutely stunning. To see what Rockstar's done in this sort of Western setting in the past 7 years since...
Buffalo don't count, Marty.
Buffalo don't
Rockstar described the official Red Dead Redemption 2 description at the time was an epic tale of life in America's unforgiving heartland, The game's vast and atmospheric world will also provide the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience.
Which, is this what we're seeing now? Like, is this single player with your NPC buddies, or was that you and 6 pals, you know, horsing around? Also, we saw 7 horses there, so we're close.
That's last year. That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Only new horses count, Marty.
Dang.
Yeah, of course, John Marston used to run in a gang.
Yeah.
An outlaw gang.
Yeah.
So maybe the online experience is about forming up a gang with your friends.
I can get behind that.
An outlaw gang.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Cool. And robbing trains.
All I want to do is rob trains. I want it to be like that Breaking Bad episode, except how it ended. That was a bad ending.
So, of course, fall 2017 has come.
Yeah.
The game's not out yet.
We don't have that game.
The game ended up getting delayed to spring 2018.
Yes.
That's a big window. Do we get a release date today?
So Rockstar has been notorious. They release incredible games, but they release them on Rockstar time, which is totally fine. It's one of those, you know, like we'll get there when we get there. And so yeah, back in May, right before E3, they said it's going to be delayed. Here are some screenshots. We'll see you guys in spring 2018. My gut says that this game isn't coming in spring, and that it's going to have a very similar window as GTA 5, and I'm thinking late summer, early fall next year.
Yeah, September-ish timeframe?
Yeah. I'd like to be proven wrong, but you know, we'll see.
Well, like we said earlier at the top of the show, Red Dead Redemption came out in May.
Yeah, that was a May game. That started that sort of trend of giant games coming in April and May with Portal 2 and The Last of Us.
Yeah. Well, at the time of that delay, Rockstar said, "We are very sorry for any disappointment this delay causes, but we are firm believers in delivering a game only when it is ready. We are really excited to bring you more details about the game this summer." So we were expecting...
We were like, maybe they're going to be at E3.
Maybe they'll be at E3. Maybe they'll do their own thing this summer. It turned out on the very last day of summer, buzzer beater, they announced that this announcement was coming today.
Not only was it the very last day, but it was at like 8 a.m. that day, and summer technically ended at 1 p.m. So they got in like 4 hours. They had like 4 hours to spare.
Yeah, they announced that they have something to share today, September 28th at 8 a.m. Pacific, which now is just 3 minutes away.
Holy moly.
Ladies and gentlemen. So we would hazard a guess that there will be a trailer coming in the next few minutes that will give us a glimpse at the story and the characters of Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm going solely based on GTA 5 marketing. So we had that initial trailer that we were talking about that was much like last year's Red Dead trailer. And then the second trailer was a couple minutes long, and it featured Michael, and it featured Trevor, and it featured Franklin, and it showed all the different activities and stuff you're going to be doing in Los Santos, and just sort of like what the story is going to be, who these characters are. So I'm expecting that it's probably not going to be gameplay. Like, I don't think we're going to see a HUD or anything, but I think it's going to be a more in-depth look at the setting and who we're going to be playing as and sort of the activities we're going to be doing.
All right, well, that brings
115 horses.
115, Marty's claim. Yeah. We shall see. All right, so that brings us up to speed on Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, we're just a couple minutes away from the release of what we expect to be a big new trailer. So it's time to speculate and share what we hope to see.
Yeah.
We've been talking about whether or not this is a prequel, whether or not it stars John Marston. If you're with us this morning, just hit us up on Twitter, either me or Marty, and share your hopes and dreams for Red Dead Redemption 2. Killer Katie did.
Yeah.
And she says, "I really want to be a girl in this game."
Yeah.
Rockstar Games, surprising, still have a majority of male protagonists. And, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I would totally be down to be a girl boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, totally. Like, like historically, you have people
probably
like
a cowgirl.
Yeah,
probably not a girl boy.
But you have people like Calamity Jane, like who was like one of the most amazing outlaws in American history. And I feel like if we do have multiple protagonists, like in GTA 5, like totally have one of them be a woman.
Yeah. Do you want this to be a prequel, or do you want to continue the story from Red Dead Redemption?
I want this to be completely different characters. I love John Marston. Obviously, Red Dead 1 ended with you taking the boots of his son, Jack Marston. I would be totally fine if this is a completely different set of characters, just wash away what happened in Red Dead Redemption and just give us a new, next gen, which I guess is now current gen because it's been that for 4 years, open world Western.
Here's my hope and my dream. Undead Nightmare makes a return.
We didn't talk about that at all.
I know.
Like, Undead Nightmare is one of the coolest expansions ever made. It's not even, I think it's standalone, and it's such a, like, It's so insane, and it also set up the groundwork for all the crazy stuff that Rockstar's done with GTA Online, if you look at that game.
Yeah, and I think it set the groundwork for what Call of Duty does with zombies.
Yeah, honestly.
Taking a serious game and then adding like bizarre, wacky supernatural.
Does a zombie horse count as 2 horses?
No, still 1 horse.
Okay, well.
If you see a horse in one shot, okay, we've got the trailer. To be continued, Marty.
I guess we'll go to something more important.
Yeah, we've got the new trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's all enjoy it together, but stick around. We're going to analyze it afterwards. Let's roll that beautiful footage. All right, that was a short little tease of the new Red Dead Redemption trailer. I'm being told we are standing by, and now we've got audio. We've sorted out our audio issues.
Okay, perfect. I already saw a horse.
Yeah, so you're already...
Okay.
Keep counting.
Okay.
Here we go. For real this time, here's the new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer.
Beautiful.
Got some money for me, boy? Seen your name in our ledger.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Maybe when your mother's finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf. We got raw man in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains. When the electric got this place, ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our next look at Red Dead Redemption 2, still coming spring 2018.
Okay, so I was wrong about a couple things. It's not September, it's spring. Also, far fewer than 115 horses.
Yes. But also far fewer than 99 horses.
Yes, okay, so we're both
both
wrong.
go home
Beautiful.
empty-handed.
With 0
today,
prizes, yeah. I can handle
prizes.
that, yeah.
Okay, so there's stuff to unpack, but I think the first thing that we should do is play it again.
Can we watch the trailer again just to sort of soak it in?
We're gonna watch it again so we can all really soak it in. The audio was a little quiet for us here in the studio, so let's roll it again. And Destin, let's really crank the audio this time so you can hear. We can meet all of our new characters.
Yes.
And hear all the dialogue this time around.
Those beautiful horses.
Let's watch it again. Here we go.
You got some money for me, boy? Seen your name in our ledger.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan.
Maybe when your mother's finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf. We got raw man in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains. When the electric got this place, ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the
All right, Marty. So my big question is: are we a bad guy now?
I think we're a bad guy. I mean, when you sort of think of it, we were always a bad guy. Like, I mean, Red Dead Redemption, based on the name Redemption, like John Marston did terrible things in the past with the Dutch gang, and you know he had to pay for that. And when the Pinkertons came a calling, he had to go sort of redeem himself. And at the end, you know, it was all sort of futile. But seeing it here, like. I really do think that this is a GTA 5 scenario where I think we're playing as a couple people in this trailer.
And this is sort of giving us a good look at one of them.
I think this is giving us a core look at one of them. I think it might be this Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan?
That's
the name that I got from this.
Is the name we're getting. And then, you know, we see these side characters. We see sort of a teenager threatened, you know, his mom being threatened. And then we see this woman who says, you're the only one I could trust here. And so, you know, taking a look at this, you're like, am I going to be playing as this Mr. Morgan as well as maybe this sort of kid becoming an adult as well as maybe this woman?
Okay.
And then, you know, taking a look, we have a ton of, I think one thing we do see is...
Let's actually just jump into the trailer.
Yeah, one thing we do see is a ton of the activities here, so...
Show some activities.
Okay, so first off, one horse. We got the one horse.
For everyone that's counting.
Yeah, and so we're taking a look at this, and, you know, first off, this is obviously going to be the sort of open world exploration facet. You see this character here that you're sort of jostling awake.
You're acting like a bully.
You're acting a little bit like a bully. Seeing here these sort of encampments and cooking, I wonder if it could take a cue from something like what Breath of the Wild does with cooking, or what, I mean, what RPGs or you know, Final Fantasy 15 do, and maybe there's sort of a survival aspect to it where you're going to have to make camp at certain parts. Like, are we going to be foraging for resources? Are these going to be sort of places where characters can gather and either, you know, level up or sort of get missions?
Well, there already was, you know, the hunting and gathering mechanic in the first Red Dead.
Yeah, and I feel like in the last 7 years, like that as a mechanic in games has just exploded. Especially like think about Far Cry, think about the new AC.
And when I think about Horizon, I think maybe it went a little too far.
Yeah, I think there's a happy medium with that. And Rockstar has explored sort of that food and resource management mechanic with GTA San Andreas, where you ate cheeseburgers and then you gained weight and then you had to like
again maybe a little too far. What's our next beat here?
We see these.
Did they confirm the setting for us in this trailer?
No, I mean everything you see. It seems really diverse.
Yeah,
like it seems like we have everything from
a big swath of the eastern side of America.
Yeah, I mean absolutely. And so we see, you know, we see mountains. This looks like it could be Montana or Wyoming, but when you go forward, you know, we have towns. You see the drugstore in the back. Like this could be North Dakota. This could be South Dakota. This could be Deadwood for all we know. You know, sort of classic, iconic cowboy shots rolling into town, churches. You see this? I think this is the mom mourning the husband, who the kid is then threatened afterwards.
Yeah.
Which the one thing about here is, I think some people in the chat were like, "Oh, this is Jack Marston. This is John Marston's grave," but that's not true because in Red Dead 1, spoilers? Are we past the point?
Well,
okay, well,
just tread lightly.
Okay, tread lightly. This doesn't really fit in the time frame of Red Dead 1.
Do we know the time period here?
I don't think we know the time period exactly. A bulk of Red Dead 1 takes place in 1911.
We still don't know if this is a prequel.
We still don't know if this is a prequel. We don't know. Like, my gut is whether it takes place before or after doesn't make it a prequel or a sequel. Like, my gut says, like, even if it takes place in 1901, I wouldn't call it a prequel.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't think we get... One thing is, was it... I think it was a 2 last time we saw it.
I do believe the last time we saw the logo, it was a numeral 2.
So that's
and now it's
huge.
A number 2. Now it's a Roman numeral 2. So
maybe it takes place in Rome. Here we get what I assume is going to be a major part of the game in terms of train heists.
Yeah.
So we see here, like... I don't know, part of me is thinking, is this all single player we're seeing, or is some of this going to be, is the online, maybe Red Dead Online is so fully integrated that it's like Destiny, where it's a shared world where, you know, we're going to be coexisting in the same thing, and like maybe a couple of us are going to be doing the same story mission where we're, you know, robbing this train. Yeah,
you know, when they first revealed the game, they stressed that they had this revolutionary online experience, but if the game's coming out in spring, it's only 6 months away now, and I feel like they're still holding their cards really close to their chests.
Yeah, in the spring, when they say spring...
If it is a Western Destiny, Westerny,
You heard it here first.
I would think they'd want to get up and let everybody know that.
Yeah, yeah. Western Destiny. I like Western.
I trademarked that.
He's trademarked Western.
If anybody else uses that, you owe me a quarter.
We also just have like this trailer is filled with a ton of stunning shots that like sort of bring to mind old iconic westerns. Like look at this. Like this looks like something like John Ford would have done.
Looks like The Unforgiven.
Yes, exactly. Oh god, I love that movie. So again, the diversity of the setting is here. Like this is clearly somewhere in the north. So this is North Dakota. This is Montana. This is Colorado. And I like the idea of, depending on the locations you go, like the ecosystem totally changes, and maybe that totally changes how the gameplay works. In the game.
We also got to see a few shots of wildlife.
Yeah,
bears, alligators, which also indicates a diversity of terrain.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably go down to the bayous. And
So that's
swamps.
another thing is we see what looks or could be sort of New Bordeaux. Like this is what we're seeing now. Like these almost look like plantations or sort of Creole settlements, which is such a huge difference from the settings we saw, whether it be the mountains or whether it be the snow.
Actually, we've got. Oh, let's continue through the trailer here, but we do have some pre-order information that we can share here in just a moment. But here's the
crocodiles
alligator.
or alligators. I don't know what the difference is.
Alligators are in America.
Okay,
North
so
America.
that's probably that. So yeah, this totally. I mean, this looks like there was a mission in Mafia that reminded me of this. So that New Bordeaux thing might have been real. So this looks like here it's sort of a stealthy mission. You got some of the hunting there and some of the wildlife.
Here's the lady.
Yes, here's the for the moment we're going to call her Calamity Jane.
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed to be Calamity Jane, but she's clearly a badass. She's
very stabby.
Yeah, very stabby.
Stabby Jane.
Yeah, Stabby Jane. And that's when her saying, you're the only one I trust. We have this here, which is the taming of the wildlife. So I don't know if, we're going to be sort of finding different horses out in the wild and trying to, maybe there's going to be like an in-depth lasso mechanic, sort of an in-depth horse relationship. That's a terrible
Dual wielding.
Dual wielding. You see here stealth kills. This is obviously some sort of a bank heist.
I love you see train robberies, bank robberies, shaking down people.
Oh yeah. Which again I think is really cool. Yeah, the dual wielding that you were talking about. And this character is the guy at the core.
Yeah, at least of this trailer.
Of this trailer. And I'm like you said, are we a bad guy? Like, this guy doesn't seem like a good dude. Maybe they're going to introduce a morality system of some sorts, which, Rockstar's never really done. But I guess when you go back to GTA 4, there was the choice to who are you going to side with and who are you going to kill with, like, Playboy X.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You have here some more killing. You have this dude who sort of just seems like that smarmy politician that's in, like, every iconic Western. I don't like that guy.
Definitely from
A
Deadwood.
Tom Selleck-esque character. You see here the burning of a mansion or a plantation, which again points to a setting that's sort of like New Bordeaux in the American South.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we actually have an official copy from Rockstar describing Red Dead Redemption 2. This is hot off the press, so here we go. Red Dead Redemption 2, are you listening, Marty?
I am.
Is the story of outlaw Arthur Morgan, Mr. Morgan,
and
the Vanderlyn gang as they rob, fight, and steal their way across the vast and rugged heart of America in order to survive. Developed by the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption. There is more.
But the thing this cues into, Vanderlyn was a character in Red Dead. In Red Dead 1, he was a member of the gang. So there is a connection.
So there's
but Vanderlyn was definitely he was a side character. Like he wasn't as big as Williamson or Javier Escuela or Marston.
Developed by the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic tale of life in America's unforgiving heartland. The game's vast and atmospheric world will also provide, this is what we got last year, the foundation for a brand new online multiplayer experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's there you go. That's Dutch Vanderlyn. That's it. Like the Vanderlyn gang is confirmed.
So we're getting some responses from our fans on Twitter. Tom Law said, he mentions that one of the voiceovers in that trailer says, "We need an extra gun."
Yeah.
He's hoping that's John.
So maybe this could
Maybe
be
they
the prequel.
recruit John.
Yeah, so maybe this is the story of how Dutch Vanderlyn started his gang, and that's where we find the old school Vanderlyns, which had Javier Escuela and then had Bill Williamson, and then you do end up gathering John. Maybe that could have been Abigail, the woman we see in the in the brothel, because she was a sort of a roving prostitute who John eventually fell in love with, and when he got her pregnant, that was sort of the impetus for him leaving the gang.
Yeah. Destin, if you can share with us the pre-order information when you get a chance. But Marty, first of all, give me your first impressions of the new trailer.
I think the trailer's great, honestly. I think it's super cool.
Even though it was a little short?
It was a little short, yeah, but this is it's sort of almost the exact same length, I think, of that second GTA GTA 5 trailer where we got introduced to Trevor and Franklin. So roughly 2 minutes, but it did show us, the characters who are going to exist in the world. It did show us that, this is Dutch, that this is. I'm not sure who this Mr. Morgan is, but we have Dutch Van der Linde, and if this is him forming his initial gang, are we going to see young John Marston? Are we going to see young Javier Escuela?
Yeah. We haven't gotten any information on collector's items yet,
Yes.
but one of our viewers, THX 1138, hopes we get an awesome pre-order item like collector's horse armor.
Horse armor, which is historically accurate. Yeah, absolutely.
Very common in the Old West.
Yeah.
Let's run through the trailer one last time, scrubbing through it to see if there's anything else we missed. But Red Dead Redemption 2 still does not have a release date.
Yeah.
We just have the spring 2018 window.
Yeah, in spring, it's in terms of 2K and Take-Two's fiscal year. I assume they're going to want it out before March 31st. So maybe that's a very early 2018.
Got some money for me, boy?
William Ramos points out, he says, is it just me or does it look like we'll be doing bank heists like in GTA 5? And yeah, it looks very likely.
Bank heists, train robberies, and again, a lot of this, you're wondering how much of this is any of this online, because GTA 5 didn't launch with online. So is Red Dead going to launch single player and then maybe online launches next fall?
Yeah.
Or are they going to launch simultaneously?
Okay, so one of our viewers, Man Has No Name, it's pretty good. He points out that the smarmy guy with the long hair isn't a politician. He says that's Dutch from the first game.
That's the Tom Selleck man?
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's
That's
Dutch.
Dutch Van der Linde.
So there's our connection.
There's our connection, yeah. And so this is, it looks like this takes place before 1911. So this would be the confusing Red Dead 2, which is actually the one before Red Dead 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
now we're getting,
Now we're getting into it.
Yeah, we are getting confirmation that this is Dutch right
Yeah.
there.
So we had Dutch, I'm just going to call him Tom Selleck.
Dutch Selleck.
Dutch Selleck. So that's at our core. That's Dutch Van der Linde. That's sort of the everything bad that happens to John Marston. I guess everything good that happens to John Marston is because of him, because that's how we met Abigail and eventually had Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
But everything bad that happened to John Marston after that is all because of Dutch. So it's kind of weird if this is a prequel that we know how this all unfolds.
Exactly.
Like we
Yeah,
know how
but
this,
we-
which is a Star Wars thing. I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a problem with prequels,
Yeah.
but people make it work.
Yeah,
in Rogue
absolutely.
One. Let's let it play out here. I like this trailer. I would say I'm a little disappointed that it's not a little meatier.
Yeah.
That second trailer that we got for GTA 5 really went in depth into the world of that game.
Yeah,
And introduced the characters.
Yeah, and it did. I guess we didn't know at the time, but we were being introduced to Trevor and Franklin and Michael like by name, and that's who ended up being the trinity of that game and
Yeah.
hopping back and forth. And so we don't quite have knowledge of whether we're going to be playing as one of these characters or several of these characters. But given how successful GTA 5 was, I would imagine they're going to sort of stick to that playbook.
Yeah, and I keep thinking if this game is coming out in spring 2018, they still really haven't shown us much of this game, and it's
Yeah.
only 6 months away.
Yeah.
However, like you said at the pre-show, maybe they're thinking it's going to be delayed.
Yeah,
So they're
but
holding
also,
stuff back.
Rockstar operates on Rockstar's schedule,
That's true.
and so looking at the rest of the beats for the year, although Rockstar's generally they don't show up to major events, like they have their own events at 8 a.m.
Yep.
on a Thursday. But looking at what we have left before spring is we have PSX in December. And we know that this game has a sort of a marketing thing with
They
Sony.
do have a marketing thing with Sony. That's a really good point, Marty.
So is this something, could we see the next big drop, December 8th, 9th at PSX?
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I think when before GTA 5 came to current gen consoles, they had a little thing at Sony's E3
A little tease, yeah.
conference,
Yeah,
tease
yeah.
of the current gen version. So stay tuned. We shall see. Everybody, thank you for joining us this morning for the second trailer reveal for Red Dead Redemption 2. If you're here on the West Coast with Marty and I, thanks for getting up early with us. And for much more coverage on Red Dead Redemption 2 and all things video games, stay tuned, IGN. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to IGN's live coverage of the new Red Dead Redemption 2 reveal.
Woo!
I'm Damon Hatfield. This is Marty Sleva.
Morning, everybody.
We're both big Red Dead Redemption fans. We're super excited for the new game. We're super excited to watch what we expect to be a new trailer.
We hope so, yeah.
This morning with you, all of you Red Dead fans out there. So here's what we've got for you this morning. In just about 14 minutes now, Rockstar should release this new trailer, Red Dead Redemption 2. So we're gonna take some time to recap everything we know so far.
Yes.
You know, the